much. That's right back at you. Thank you very much. Woo to you. Everybody feeling good? You have a good weekend? What about that weather? That was some pretty weather this weekend. Kind of just hot and then cold and maybe rainy. I don't know. And I had a good weekend. I had one of those days, you know, like every month I have a day that I just have a clumsy day. Do you ever have that and it all happens at once? Like normally, there are people who are clumsy, but I'm really not one of those people. But every month I have a day that I just am clumsy. You wake up in the morning and nothing can stay in your hands, that kind of thing where you're kind of like juggling and happy when you catch it before it hits the ground. Just squirts out like a greased pig, like you have... Really, it's like you're juggling like you're thinking you can catch it and you can't catch it. And even if it doesn't break, it's just frustrating because it's a one thing after another kind of thing where if either you knock something over or you stub your toe or you misjudge the doorway. It's always been the same width. And then for some reason you're swinging have I always walked that way where my hand hits the... Why would my knuckles hit the door frame today? And then there's like a thing that's been hanging in the kitchen where all the pots, you know, hang from the Lazy Susan. And I don't cook. And but then I hit my head on a thing that's been hanging there. I know it's there. Just really everything. And then I was eating breakfast and I bit my mouth. Which you can't blame anyone but yourself. You're furious because it's you that did it. You're, and already when you bite, it's a clumsy day, and you think, I'm being punked. Where's Ashton Kutcher? There's got to be something wrong that every time I do anything, like that I go to leave the house, I poked my eye with the eyeglasses, and have you ever? It's like you're going to get the hanger out of the closet, and it catches on another hanger. And after this amount of things happen, you're so frustrated because then it becomes like a magic trick. The hangers become so entangled that you just end up throwing it down. And so then I left the house and then I brought the clumsiness with me. I thought maybe it's here, but I went to Starbucks to meet some friends. And I walk over to the table and they're all there with their lattes and espressos and cappuccino and coffees and croissants and biscotti and scones, the whole table, and I go to join them, and I sit down with my cappuccino, and as soon as I sit down, I cross my legs, and my knee hit the table, and the whole table went up, and everybody's, everywhere. And, you know, it's just, I was so aggravated, and they were more aggravated, because it was everything all over the place, and crumbs of food on the ground, and biscotti is always safe because that doesn't break. That's I tell you, if there's a nuclear war, it's going to be roaches and biscotti that's still around. So I'm glad to be here. There's Tony right there. Because I never go out dancing. This is my place to dance. And my fear is when I go out at some point dancing that people just on the dance floor will go, and then I'll just be stuck in the middle of people. Tony?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Did you have a good weekend?
I had a good weekend. I just stayed at home and did nothing of much.
Yeah, you look different. You look different from Friday.
Rejuvenated, probably.
Yeah, you look rested.
Yeah, I feel...
For sure.
I feel good.
That was the Friday was our Nemo show. And
yes.
We have... The whole set was submerged in water. The whole thing was underwater. They dried it all out.
Yes, and And I can't swim, so
I know you can't. I'm telling you, you need to learn how to swim.
hence I had the things on my arm to keep me buoyant.
Yeah.
You
You had the floaties that I didn't know they made them that size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take lessons.
You need to take lessons.
I will
You should
do.
know how to swim.
I will learn to swim.
All right. Well, that'll be a good thing to follow along.
Uh-oh.
It's Monday, and you know what that means. That's right. It's time for a little segment we like to call, What Are You Doing While You're Watching? I have no privacy. Okay, Allison Seal from Bryan, Texas. This is her picture. She's having a little dental work done while she's watching the show. Look at that. She's getting gas while she's watching the show. How does she know? She could be laughing at a plant. Nothing. We don't need to be working this hard if people are watching on gas. Allison. Woo! Carrie Brownyard from Lincoln, Nebraska. She says, we watch your show all the time, and when we saw there was going to be a singing parrot on the show, we let our parrot, Moogie, sit a little closer to the TV. She doesn't normally get this close, but you know what Mom says about sitting too close to the TV. Look at that. That is close. I don't know if that's worth it. That's like, what about the LASIK eye surgery for parrots? That's expensive. The bird bifocals, you're going to be sorry. You're going to have to get a seeing eye chihuahua, is what you're going to have to get. This is, you know, we get a lot of, we can't show all of them, and I hope we can one day. We get a lot of really amazing things that people are doing. This is my favorite so far. I'm going to wait to show you the picture. This is from Cindy, Melanie, Kathy, Renee, Mandy, Esther, and Julia. From Gilmer, Texas, wrote us a letter. We watch your show while we're serving time in Upshur County Jail in Gilmer, Texas. Hello, ladies. At least with us, you can say you have a captive audience. We wanted to send you a picture of us watching your show, but they won't let us have a camera, among other things, in jail, so we drew a picture for you. You have the picture? All right. Show that picture again. I think they have a plasma TV in prison. I think they have a flat screen. That's great. It looks like you've made questionable choices in the past, but now you're making good decisions. You're watching the show, and wow, that's amazing. I love that, and continue watching. It's on twice a day, they said there, in Gilmer, Texas, at the county jail.